remember the name.
Yeah, is that one of the ones that you were talking about last year?
Yeah, I think it was. Yeah, I forget. I'll have to look it up. But basically, yeah, they go. Some companies just, they're on venture capital, they're startups, and when they run out of money to close, and then there's nobody there to keep the lights on in your day-to-day.
With Dropbox, because you have the either Mac or PC, you have the versions on your computer, so each time you open it, it syncs. So if something happens and they just got it different, you still have at least what you have on your computer. That's saved, but you sync it.
You have that, yeah. That's still safe because it's there on your drive. Now, you got to be careful with that though, because it is a sync service, and if something happens there and they screw up and for some reason that software thinks that some of your files have been deleted when they really haven't been, it's gonna send that signal to all of your computers. Hey, get rid of this file. So, there's kind of sort of a double-edged sword to that because yeah, it is for locally, but it's also being updated all the time. So, even So yeah, as I said, I use the cloud. I like the cloud. I don't trust it. You just got to be careful with the pitfalls in there. I have Dropbox, but what I also do is I back it up, and all my financial stuff I don't keep on there.
Yeah.
So that's kept locally, and I have password encrypted stuff for that, and but the stuff what I did for my master's class that I'm going to need to look at work later on. That'll put on there because somebody steals it, whatever.
Yeah.
Just good thing that I would say for cloud safety. Put stuff in the cloud, especially Dropbox and services like that, is unimportant for that being high availability. Like say, papers, here's what they something you need to look at different places, but if they get stolen or lost, I still got a copy. But don't throw finalize your passwords or social security numbers or anything like that on there because not that secure.
I know this maybe off topic, it's kind of similar to Evernote, because I do use Evernote a lot for sensory stuff. It's huge, like if I'm at a doctor's office, or I'm going to my kids, it's free, I don't know, it's so streaming, but I'm streaming on my Evernote.
I mean, honestly, it's like kind of the same thing for me. I do a lot of my writing, and I'll actually use Evernote to back up. And just like if I'm at work, I'll punch out a couple ideas, and then when I get home, I open my laptop, pop open Evernote, there it is, and start go for it. And from there, but I also, I like the thing where I'll use like all sorts of ways, directions to the apps. At one point, I actually stored a couple of passwords on there, and I deleted it right after. I really wish there was some kind of I forget, I haven't looked into it, but is there like a secure function compared to like Evernote?
Well, I know there's a big thing because a lot of people want
yeah.
Especially for iPhones.
Yeah.
There's no way to put a little security code. So if you don't lock your phone, anybody can open Evernote.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, everything it'd be nice to have that kind of. Yeah, that's it wouldn't be that hard to, I guess, now it's the same kind of thing, high availability, and after you know your social security number, you'll need the hell out of it.
I think there's there's an app for Android called Color Note.
Yeah.
I think encrypts it with a password, then will back up to the cloud. For things like notes and to-do lists, stuff like that.
Yeah. And that's what you really want to look for too. It does something that does encryption that only you can access. That I would give a marginally better sort of trust to. But again, you got to read it up and make sure that you know what you're getting.
Yeah, Evernote does have that. You can encrypt a portion of all of a note, and that password, but if you're too lazy, you want to put the password in every time you see it. Then it's all up to your laziness.
It all goes down to that. I mean, do people back up stuff? Well, it depends on how unlazy they are. And it's the same with passwords.
I mean, the one thing I did, pulled out the figure 10% of people are backing up. Part of me wonders whether it's people actively backing up or whether it's people just kind of.
Or whether they go, yeah, I'm backing up.
Yeah, backing up, or maybe it's more of it's kind of doing it for them, and it's started doing.
Yeah, you know, which is why you should also test your methods. And that's what we do too at work. You know, every month we say, I look at the list of files and I just go, I want that one. And I make sure that we can actually go back to it and pull it up. We actually use a technology that a lot of people really think is old, but it's another tried and true thing. We use tape. So, yeah.
Like, you laugh.
It's actually really good.
It's really good and it's cheap.
We still have reel-to-reel.
Wow.
I'm not kidding.
Damn.
Oh, no, we use LTO. Hang on.
Oh, no, we don't still have the drive that can read the reel. We just have
Oh,
you know,
obsolescence,
in the
yeah.
basement there. The library.
I'll show you what these
3 terabytes of price.
here we go. It's like an old style Nintendo cartridge. You pop it in there and it stores about, 500 gigs, and actually it's on a carousel kind of a robot thing, so there's a whole bunch of these tapes. So, again, these professors don't have to worry about it, it's fire and forget. And we go, hey.
Yeah, well, those caught fire.
Oh, really?
It caught fire?
Spectrum drive, when Papa caught fire.
But yeah, it's one of those things where sometimes the old tech stuff is good because people have been using it forever and they perfected that.
Yeah, mature technology is like really stable. They're not always the fastest, but they work.
It is slow, ours takes a whole week.
The whole weekend?
Yeah.
How much data do you have?
That would be one of them,
I'm glad you had it, Dad.
Actually sounds quite
I
nice.
mean, don't get me wrong, that's
No, one time.
But again, it's one of those things where everybody goes home Friday at 5, and that's when the tape drives start up. And then by 8 a.m., we start coming into work on Monday, we're done. So,
Yeah, but something to keep in mind with tapes is don't really think about doing it yourself.
yeah.
The tapes are really cheap, but the drives, are still like $2,000 for a drive. Cheap.
But it's more like if you're doing like web hosting, you gotta make sure that the company, if they're that willing to be that open with you. Oh, we use LTO. Oh, well,
Yeah.
We're talking about online, like Cesar, we have a gaming website, everything works. I know they have their built-in backup system to automate. Is there anything else that we can do on top of that?
How much, actually, not very familiar with WordPress backend. How much control do you have over the server itself?
Actually, thankfully a lot, because, one of the members of our group works at a company, the hosting company, so we got it for free.
This is actually something I use for my blog. It's called iDrive, and what's nice is it's actually free, and they've been around for like 3 years. So I won't say seal of approval, but they've been around at least as long as I've been using it, and they don't seem to be in trouble, or going under. And yet they'll offer you free backups for up to 2 gigabytes.
Oh my God!
Oh, no! That happened this morning, I promise.
Again.
Don't let that.
Funny. Bye-bye.
Yeah.
Oh, well, moving on.
Moving on.
I don't get it. iDrive no longer works?
Doesn't no longer work. It no longer works like WordPress.
That's okay, this is the other one that I use. Okay. Because I do the two-prong thing.
That could be Dropbox.
Backup through Dropbox. Again, make sure that you're not doing anything that's too, sensitive, but you can back up your stuff to Dropbox.
But wait, I don't get it. Why iDrive still exists even though they're saying it doesn't work anymore?
It doesn't work for WordPress. It doesn't work for
They don't
it might work for other things that are not WordPress.
Yeah.
It just doesn't work for WordPress.